I'm going to tell you a story. Before, we heard news. It had names: Frankenstorm, the Perfect Storm, Hurricane Sandy. We thought little of it. This will be like Irene was. We moved in, waited it out, danced in the rain at one point, and nothing here is worse for the wear. Few are hurt, and the shore is mostly intact. This storm will be like that. We will come through it saying we were paranoid and alarmist, and it will be fine, and now we will do shots for Halloween weekend, because this is college after all, and that is what this opportunity is for. We awoke on Sunday to find other colleges were canceling classes until Wednesday and praying that Rutgers would too. We started seeing the satellite images comparing this storm to Irene and how this one was 3 times that size and growing. And it was coming for us. Rutgers did cancel our classes, and we all rejoiced and had a movie night and waited for the rain to begin. We spent the next day watching the storm darken our sky and whip up our trees and count down to the landfall. I made a set of Cards Against Humanity. We started the second part of the trilogy we'd begun the night before, and we waited. We were told there was no way we'd evacuate, but to be ready, in case. It came. This hurricane howled through the shore in my state, and I kept desperately checking Twitter, CNN, anything that could give me news of what was happening. My hall lost power at 10 p.m. on Monday night, and we sat in the dark watching the transformers explode and light the night sky as the wind raged and threatened to take down trees. At midnight, I was evacuated from my building to one with a long-term generator. I spent the night on a lounge floor in another hall with my friends, trying to get news and not to panic or think about what my house would look like the next time I saw it. I did not sleep. I don't know how I passed the time. I must have dozed at least a little. When I woke, they told us they had no new information. At noon, we were told we would be evacuated again, but if we could get home, to go. So I did. I drove home with 3 friends from my floor, taking all of them home on the way and trying not to panic as I drove through town after town with no power and inoperative stoplights. When a stoplight is out, it becomes a 4-way stop. When a stoplight is out, it becomes a 4-way stop. I repeated it all the way back to the shore as I was running out of gas and unable to contact my parents, anyone at home, not knowing who or what I would find when I got there. I made it back. Home was still standing and had taken no damage. Everyone's power was out, but we had gas and hot water, and I could have cried for relief. But I had seen the images and heard the news of what the rest of my shore looked like, and I had to see it for myself. Eastern Manasquan was barred to non-residents, but the next day I sneaked over the train tracks at my old school with a camera and a bike and could not take in what I saw. Houses were gone, huge trees were down everywhere, and all I could think was this could have been me. I went to my friend's house and found he and his family were safe, and their house, though it had been surrounded on all sides by the sea at high tide that Monday night, was okay too. I heard more news. The Seaside Amusement Park is in the ocean. 30 houses down at the beach are gone. Power will be out for at least 7 days. People are stranded on the barrier islands. Every boardwalk is wrecked or gone. The shore that had raised me and been the backdrop for every important event of my life is a disaster zone. It will be rebuilt, and we will be strong, and we took nature's best shot, and we'll come back swinging. But we will never be the same. Right now, we are in the after, and we are crippled. This story's ending is as yet undetermined. So, that's the storm as I experienced it, and I think I'm just going to let that be itself. I wrote that yesterday, and I just needed to get everything I thought down and out of my mind, and now it is, and I'm just going to leave it there. Cindy, I love you. I'll talk to you soon.